Have you ever trusted something so completely, only to find out it may be doing more harm than good? For many seniors, that something is the humble egg, one of the most common foods in the world, celebrated for its convenience, affordability, and impressive nutrition profile. But here's what most people never realize. The way eggs are handled, stored, and cooked can silently undermine your health, especially if you're over 60. In today's video, we'll uncover surprising mistakes people make with eggs every day. Mistakes that can cause serious health risks, reduce the nutritional value of your meals, and even trigger preventable illnesses in older adults. Some of these are so subtle, you may have done them for years without knowing. From overcooking that destroys vital nutrients, to raw egg trends that could invite dangerous bacteria, to using the wrong oils that quietly inflame the body. This is your wake-up call to re-examine a food you thought you already knew. Let's be clear, eggs are one of the most powerful foods for senior health, but only when handled the right way. When prepared carelessly, they may go from being a muscle-supporting superfood to a hidden health hazard. For those already dealing with age-related inflammation, weakened immunity, or low energy, this isn't just information, it's protection. And if you're caring for aging parents, a partner, or even yourself, what you learn here could help prevent unnecessary trips to the doctor or long recovery times from something as simple as a foodborne infection. So here's what I encourage you to do. Stay with me through the end of this video. You'll not only learn how to protect your health, you'll rediscover how to enjoy eggs the right way, with confidence and peace of mind. If you're ready to take better care of your body, one breakfast at a time, tap the like button now. And if you've ever been unsure about how to cook or store eggs safely, consider subscribing so you don't miss what's coming next. This isn't just kitchen advice, it's everyday prevention that could help you stay strong, energized, and independent for years to come. Let's get started. Eating raw or undercooked eggs. It's just one egg. What harm could it do? That's the thought many people have, especially those who've heard raw eggs are healthier, more natural, or better for nutrients. But here's what few realize. For seniors, eating raw or undercooked eggs could be a dangerous gamble with real consequences. Eggs are undeniably one of the most nutrient-rich foods available. They're packed with high-quality protein, B vitamins like B12, essential minerals like selenium and phosphorus, and even vitamin D. Many health-conscious adults, trying to stay fit and energized as they age, turn to raw egg smoothies, sunny-side-up breakfasts, or even homemade dressings with uncooked yolks. It seems like a smart choice, but in reality, it might be one of the riskiest. Why? Because raw or undercooked eggs can harbor salmonella, a harmful bacteria that may lurk on the eggshell or even inside the egg itself. While younger adults may recover from a bout of food poisoning with a day or two of rest, older adults often face far more serious consequences. As we age, our immune systems naturally weaken. A mild upset stomach in your 30s can become a multi-day illness, dehydration, hospitalization, or even life-threatening complications like sepsis in your 70s. Take Margaret, 68, a retired teacher who prided herself on healthy living. For years, she added a raw egg to her morning protein shake, believing it helped her absorb nutrients faster. But one morning, she found herself in the ER with stomach cramps, fever, and nausea. Tests confirmed it was salmonella. Though she recovered, she now shares her story to help others understand. Even store-bought, organic, clean-looking eggs can carry risk. And it's not just salmonella. Raw egg whites contain a protein called avidin, which binds to biotin, an essential B vitamin for skin, hair, metabolism, and nervous system function. Over time, regular consumption of raw eggs can block your body's ability to absorb biotin, potentially leading to deficiency symptoms like fatigue, brittle nails, or even cognitive issues. So what's the safest option? Cook your eggs until both the yolks and whites are firm. Whether scrambled, boiled, or poached, fully cooked eggs retain the majority of their nutritional value without the bacterial risk. And if you truly love runny yolks, consider pasteurized eggs, which are gently heat-treated to kill bacteria while preserving that soft texture. Let this be your reminder. Your intention may be health, but the method matters. Choosing safe cooking techniques isn't about fear. It's about respecting your body and protecting your strength. Light bulb if this surprised you or made you think twice about your morning routine. Leave a comment below with the word SAFE, to let us know you're making the shift. And if you haven't yet, subscribing ensures you'll catch the next tip to keep your meals both delicious and protective. Eggs can support your health in remarkable ways, but only when handled with care. Let's keep your meals smart, safe, and full of strength. On to the next mistake you'll want to avoid. Improper storage of cooked eggs. You cooked a healthy breakfast this morning, but could it still make you sick by tonight? Most people don't think twice about leaving cooked eggs out on the table for a little while. After all, they look fine. They smell fine. But what many don't realize, especially older adults, is that improperly stored cooked eggs can quickly become a breeding ground for harmful bacteria. And the effects can be far more serious than just a stomachache. Cooked eggs, whether scrambled, boiled, or fried, are moist, protein-rich, and, when left out too long, create the perfect environment for bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli to multiply rapidly. In fact, under danger zone temperatures, between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 to 60 degrees Celsius, bacteria can double every 20 minutes. That means something as simple as leaving eggs out on the counter for 2 or 3 hours could turn your healthy meal into a serious health threat. For seniors, this matters even more. As we age, our immune systems aren't as quick or strong. What would be mild food poisoning for a younger person could become a multi-day illness, or worse, for someone in their 60s, 70s, or 80s. Hospitalizations from dehydration, kidney strain, or foodborne infection are more common than many realize. Imagine this. You've just enjoyed a delicious plate of scrambled eggs. Then a phone call comes in, or the grandkids drop by. A few hours later, you return to finish your breakfast. The eggs are still there, and you eat them, never guessing they've been sitting in the danger zone for hours. It happens more often than you'd think, and for older adults, that small mistake can lead to serious complications. To avoid this, follow one simple rule. If eggs aren't eaten within 2 hours of cooking, they need to go into the fridge. On hot days or in warmer climates, that window shortens to 1 hour. Always store eggs in airtight containers to protect them from air and contamination. In the fridge, hard-boiled eggs, with shells on, can safely last up to a week, while scrambled or fried eggs should be eaten within 3 to 4 days. And remember, just because food looks fine doesn't mean it's safe. If this tip gave you a helpful aha moment, please leave a comment with the word fresh below to let us know you're keeping your meals safe. Your support helps us continue creating health-forward content for seniors and families alike. Food is fuel, but it must be handled properly to protect your health. The good news? A simple storage habit can protect your immune system, prevent infections, and keep your energy steady without changing what you eat. So next time you cook a nourishing egg breakfast, remember, enjoy it fresh or store it right. Your future self will thank you. Let's move on to mistake 3. You'll definitely want to hear this one. Cooking eggs at too high a temperature. That sizzling sound when eggs hit a hot pan might feel satisfying, but it could be silently robbing you of key nutrients and putting your health at risk. Eggs are often called nature's perfect food, and for good reason. They're packed with high-quality protein, healthy fats, essential vitamins like B12 and D, and minerals such as selenium and choline. But what many people, especially seniors, don't realize is that cooking eggs at excessively high heat can quietly damage all of that goodness. Worse, it may actually create harmful compounds that contribute to inflammation and chronic disease. When eggs are fried until crispy, scrambled over high heat, or boiled until the yolk turns gray-green, what's happening inside the egg is more than just a texture change. High heat breaks down delicate nutrients and oxidizes the cholesterol and fats, forming potentially dangerous substances such as oxidized cholesterol. Research links this kind of compound with increased inflammation, something that becomes more dangerous with age. For seniors, this is especially important. Aging bodies are already more prone to inflammation, joint pain, heart strain, and metabolic changes. So when cooking techniques actually increase internal inflammation, it can make symptoms worse over time, even if the connection isn't immediately obvious. Let's look at Robert's story. At 76, Robert had a ritual: 2 perfectly crisp fried eggs every morning. Over time, he noticed increased bloating, sluggishness, and occasional heartburn. A friend suggested he try cooking his eggs at a lower temperature. Reluctantly, he switched to gently scrambled eggs using medium-low heat. The result? Within weeks, his digestion improved. He had more energy in the mornings, and those uncomfortable symptoms faded. This isn't just about digestion. When eggs are overcooked, they also lose key nutrients like vitamin B12, which supports nerve function, folate, important for DNA repair, and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which help protect eyesight and brain health. These nutrients are already more difficult for older adults to absorb, so preserving them is vital. What can you do instead? Try these easy, senior-friendly tips. Scramble eggs on medium-low heat, stirring gently until soft and moist, not dry. Boil eggs for 6 to 7 minutes to achieve a just set yolk instead of hard-boiling them for too long. Poach eggs for a gentle method that retains both texture and nutrients. If you prefer frying, use a small amount of healthy fat, like butter or olive oil, and remove the eggs before they brown. These simple shifts protect nutrients, reduce inflammation risk, and improve flavor and texture, without making breakfast any more complicated. If this section helped you reconsider how you cook your eggs, leave a comment below with the word gentle so we know you're cooking smarter. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and turn on the bell. There's more practical, science-backed content coming your way. Eggs are a gift to your health, but only when treated with care. Keep the heat low, keep the nutrients high, and keep your strength growing with every bite. Let's continue to the next mistake. It may surprise you even more. Reheating eggs the wrong way or storing leftovers unsafely. That leftover plate of eggs might seem harmless sitting in your fridge, but if you're not careful, you could be doing more damage. For many seniors, meal prepping or saving leftovers is a smart act to save time and energy. But when it comes to eggs, improper reheating or careless storage can quietly turn a nutritious dish into a risky one, especially for those with weaker immune systems. Eggs are high in protein, moisture, and natural fats, which makes them both nourishing and very susceptible to bacterial growth if not handled correctly. Many people leave cooked eggs on the counter, thinking they'll just eat them later. But within 2 hours, sometimes even sooner in warm conditions, harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can start to multiply rapidly. The danger becomes even more serious when leftovers are reheated in the microwave, a method that heats unevenly. Some parts may become scorching hot, while others stay lukewarm, perfect conditions for bacteria to survive and thrive. And seniors, whose digestion and immune systems are more sensitive, are at greater risk of foodborne illness from improperly stored or reheated meals. Let's talk about Marie, a 71-year-old who loved making extra scrambled eggs in the morning to eat again at lunch. She'd cover the plate with plastic wrap, pop it in the microwave, and eat while watching her favorite show. One afternoon, she started feeling queasy and dizzy. It turned out the eggs hadn't reheated evenly, and bacteria had grown overnight. The result? 3 days in bed and a warning from her doctor that the next time, it could be worse. So how can you protect yourself while still enjoying leftovers? Here's what the science and common sense tells us. Refrigerate cooked eggs within 2 hours of cooking, within 1 hour if your kitchen is hot. Use an airtight container to store them in the coldest part of your fridge, not the door. Hard-boiled eggs with shells can last up to a week, while scrambled or fried eggs should be eaten within 3 to 4 days. When reheating, use the stovetop on low heat with a splash of water or broth to keep eggs moist and evenly warmed. If you must use a microwave, stir halfway through and ensure the food reaches a safe internal temperature. Storing and reheating eggs the right way doesn't take extra effort, but it can mean the difference between a nourishing meal and a dangerous mistake. If you've ever left eggs out just for a little while, or zapped leftovers without thinking, you're not alone. But now you know better, and that gives you the power to take control of your health, one small habit at a time. If this insight helped you today, leave a comment with the word SAFE below to let us know you're taking care of your meals and your health. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another health-saving tip. Up next, we'll uncover another common mistake that could be hiding in your kitchen. Don't miss it. 5. Using expired, cracked, or dirty eggs. Sometimes the most dangerous things in your kitchen don't scream for attention. They sit quietly in your fridge, looking perfectly fine on the outside. It's easy to assume that if an egg looks clean and smells okay, it's safe to eat. But especially for older adults, this assumption can be risky. As we age, our immune systems naturally become less resilient, and even a mild case of food poisoning from a spoiled or contaminated egg can turn into a serious health issue. Many seniors trust expiration dates as the sole measure of freshness, but here's the reality. Eggs can go bad before the date on the carton, especially if they've been handled, stored, or transported improperly. Likewise, even a hairline crack in an egg can let bacteria in, without you ever seeing it. Take Evelyn, a vibrant 74-year-old who prides herself on eating clean. One morning, she cracked an egg into her frying pan and noticed a faint, odd smell, but dismissed it. It's just the pan, she thought. That afternoon, she was hit with nausea, cramping, and dizziness. Her doctor later confirmed it. Food poisoning likely caused by a contaminated egg. This scenario is more common than you might think, and it's why vigilance matters, especially when your body doesn't bounce back the way it used to. So how can you stay protected? It starts with small, simple habits. Check every egg before use. Even if the shell looks clean, gently roll it in your palm. If you feel any cracks, no matter how tiny, throw it out. Use the water test. Place your egg in a bowl of cold water. If it sinks and lays flat, it's fresh. If it stands upright, it's getting old. Use it soon. If it floats, it's gone bad. Toss it immediately. White heavy checkmarks store eggs in the coldest part of your fridge, not in the door where temperatures fluctuate. The back of a middle or bottom shelf is ideal. White heavy checkmark avoid eggs with dirt or feathers on them. These may seem farm fresh, but they carry a higher risk of bacteria on the shell, especially if not washed properly. White heavy checkmark always discard eggs with an unusual smell, cloudy whites, or off-color yolks. Trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. Also remember, cracks aren't always visible. An egg may have been damaged during transport or from a sudden temperature change at the store. That's why checking each one matters, especially when you're cooking for yourself or a loved one who may be more vulnerable. It's a simple truth. You deserve peace of mind when you sit down to eat. By being mindful of freshness, storage, and condition, you protect your strength, your digestion, and your long-term health. Sparkles, now it's your turn. Have you ever used the water test? Or had a moment where a harmless egg led to an upset stomach? Share your experience in the comments with the word fresh to let others know you're staying safe. If this tip helped you feel more confident in your kitchen, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next senior health insight. Small changes add up, and your health is always worth it. Let's move forward with the final tip that ties everything together. You're doing great. 6. Using the wrong cooking oil when frying eggs. It's not just what you eat, it's how you cook it. That little splash of oil in your frying pan might be harming your heart, your brain, and your energy without you even realizing it. Eggs are one of the most nutrient-dense foods available, especially for seniors. They're rich in protein, healthy fats, choline, and essential vitamins. But when you cook them in the wrong oil, you could unknowingly be introducing harmful compounds into your body, compounds that increase inflammation, raise cholesterol, and contribute to long-term health decline. Many people, especially older adults, still reach for vegetable oil, canola oil, or margarine out of habit. These oils are cheap, accessible, and heavily advertised. But here's the reality. These refined oils are highly processed, stripped of natural nutrients, and often chemically treated. When heated, especially to high frying temperatures, they break down and release free radicals and oxidized fats, both of which are linked to chronic inflammation, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. Inflammation is a silent driver of many age-related conditions, from arthritis to memory loss to fatigue. And for seniors whose immune systems are already more vulnerable, the daily use of unstable oils can have a cumulative effect over time. Let's look at Frank, age 78, who had been frying his eggs in canola oil for decades. He assumed oil was just oil until he began experiencing persistent bloating, grogginess, and rising blood pressure. After learning more about cooking oils, he switched to extra virgin olive oil and avocado oil. Within weeks, his digestion improved, his energy came back, and even his blood pressure stabilized. The good news? You don't need to give up eggs, you just need to cook them smarter. Here's what you can do today. Switch to heat-stable oils like extra virgin olive oil, butter, ghee, avocado oil, or coconut oil. These healthier fats can tolerate higher temperatures without breaking down, and they come with added nutritional benefits. Keep the heat moderate. High heat isn't necessary. Cooking eggs gently preserves their nutrients and prevents the oil from oxidizing. Be mindful, not extreme. This isn't about perfection, it's about small, smart adjustments that reduce long-term risk and improve how you feel after every meal. Imagine turning a simple breakfast into something your heart, brain, and body actually thank you for. Have you ever thought about what oil you use for cooking? If you're ready to make a small shift that can bring big benefits, leave a comment below with "Healthy Start" and let us know which oil you're switching to. If you found this tip helpful, tap the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next simple health upgrade we share. You're not just cooking, you're investing in your future. And speaking of the future, now that you've uncovered these 6 critical egg mistakes, let's take a step back and wrap it all up. You've done everything right, boiled the eggs, added some veggies, maybe even limited your salt. But there's one silent mistake hiding in plain sight: the oil you're using to fry your eggs. For many older adults, eggs are a go-to food, affordable, easy to digest, and packed with protein, vitamins, and healthy fats. But here's the catch: when you cook those eggs in highly processed oils like vegetable oil, canola oil, or margarine, you may be undoing all those benefits without realizing it. Most commercial vegetable oils are heavily refined using high heat and chemical solvents. These processes strip the oils of their natural antioxidants and create unstable fats. When heated, they break down even further, releasing harmful compounds such as free radicals and oxidized lipids, both linked to inflammation, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. This is especially dangerous for seniors. As we age, the body becomes more vulnerable to inflammation and oxidative stress. That means the wrong cooking oil can quietly increase your risk of chronic conditions. No symptoms, no warnings, just damage over time. Let's take a real-life example. Frank, age 78, used to fry his eggs every morning in a standard vegetable oil. He never thought much of it until he started feeling sluggish, bloated, and mentally foggy. After switching to extra virgin olive oil and later avocado oil, he noticed better digestion, clearer thinking, and more energy by mid-morning. The good news? This isn't a drastic change, it's a simple swap. Here's what you can do right now. Ditch processed oils like soybean, canola, and corn oil. Switch to healthy alternatives like olive oil, butter, ghee, or avocado oil, which are more stable under heat and bring added health benefits. Cook eggs on medium or low heat to avoid oil breakdown and preserve nutrients. These minor changes in the kitchen can create major benefits in how you feel day to day. Your breakfast shouldn't just fill you, it should fuel you. Cooking eggs in unhealthy oils can quietly harm your health by increasing inflammation and robbing your body of vital nutrients. But by choosing the right oil, like olive oil or butter, and cooking on moderate heat, you give your body the strength and protection it needs as you age. Now it's your turn. What oil do you use when cooking eggs? Have you ever felt a difference when switching to healthier options? Drop a comment below and share your experience. We'd love to hear your story and learn from each other. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on more senior-friendly health tips. Because small changes, like the oil in your frying pan, can make a big difference in how you live, move, and feel today and tomorrow. Stay with us. More simple, life-changing tips are just a video away.